32nd board is up. It is now sideways. 125 west. Main event from Anaheim, set to go. Look at Tedesco, Cameron, on the inside. Drops a leg, and look at the speed he's carrying.
Can he get it into the line? And he does. Getting across that Butterfinger crisp pole shot line. Going to be taking home some extra money there and chancing it right away. But look, coming up into his mirror there is a Suzuki. Got to catch a number on that.
76, right on the inside. Tedesco bogs down just a little bit. Momentarily finds that line that did maintenance on, but it's still Tedesco out in front. But Nathan Ramsey is right there, and you've got to think, if Tedesco makes even the slightest bobble in these conditions, he's not going to be able to hold off Nathan Ramsey. And here comes Ramsey to the outside.
Well, you saw Ivan Tedesco reaching up for a roll-off there. And, oh!
Nathan doubles it into the lead. Your leader in the main event is Nathan Ramsey, and here's the battle for second. And it looks like Josh Woods on board the Honda gets past the man who got the whole shot, Ivan Tedesco, last year's 125 West champion. Nathan Ramsey will come around one more time, and he will go into the history books. Your winner in Anaheim, Nathan Ramsey, on board the KTM.
Just a crazy day out here with all this rain, and you know, the Dunlop tires were just hooking up good out there. I just can't say enough to God for keeping me safe. This is a crazy track, and I just tried to be smart.
We are set to go racing, Cameron. Doesn't get much better than this. Who do you like? Let's hear your pick.
Well, I'm going with Ivan Tedesco right now. Fastest heat of the night when he won. I think he's got the moves tonight.
To the front of the pack, it's a pair of Suzuki's jumping out with Nathan Ramsey on the inside.
And it looks like Ryan Sipes with the hole shot. Brock Hepler just inside of him, and Brock going for the move there.
Brock Hepler, number 60 on the outside. Ryan Sipes also joining him. Nathan Ramsey mired back in 5th place as they come flying through, and Ivan Tedesco is currently running in 9th place. There's the man who won last week in Nathan Ramsey, the race in Anaheim in the mud. And look at this pass. 51 coming into view, and that's Andrew Short. Short, a slight bobble right there, but Cameron, he was fully committed.
He was totally committed from the triple. He went to the inside, moved over to the left, and he was siding that inside line.
Your leader is Brock Hepler out in front, and here it comes to the inside. Can't get it done. So Nathan Ramsey, this is the battle for 4th place, and look at Short. He is all over the place. Number 51, Andrew Short, who Cameron pointed out, had the fastest practice times here in Phoenix, and the battle is right behind him.
Look at that. Look at this. 3 wide, Andrew Short getting by Ramsey.
And Tedesco sweeps to the outside. Nathan Ramsey, he loses 2 positions. Cameron, look at Tedesco, 2 for 1.
And that's what I'm talking about. Make quick work of him. Ivan Tedesco processes what's happening on the track. In a split second, he makes his move. He gets by both riders. You can see Reef dropping a little bit into the whoops. The back wheel falling down just a bit, losing momentum. Watch Tedesco rhythming through there, and he's going to make the pass.
Tedesco makes the pass and makes it clean. Now he goes to work on Sipes. This is the battle for 2nd place. Sipes right in front of him. Ivan Tedesco on the Kawasaki number 1 bike. Here it is again. Here's his section, Cameron. He has the line, he has the position.
Jumps right into those whoops and carries momentum. A lot of people you see jumping into those whoops aren't able to carry the momentum, and Tedesco just hammers it.
The 125 East-West Dave Coombs Memorial Shootout, and look at that pass as Nathan Ramsey.
Oh, Ramsey!
And gets off. Nathan Ramsey gets the back end. He's okay, but his KTM just goes skyward. Danny Smith trying to make the move, gets to the inside line, but it's Brock Hepler.
Oh, look at that! Tommy Hahn, he pulls up.
But your winner in the 125 main event, Brock Hepler, picking up the victory for Suzuki's. We go back to this one, Cameron. This is the battle for 5th place. Huge gap before Ivan Tedesco finally comes through, and what's going on here?
Well, it looked like Tommy wanted to take that line back, and he just basically jumped underneath and looked up at Danny Smith. And Danny Smith has been around for a while. He's quiet and very respectful. The kid showing him, hey, I'm here.
Your winner, number 60, Brock Hepler on board the Suzuki, picking up a huge victory.
I don't think it's actually hit me. I think tonight I'll be more excited than now. I'm just happy I was able to pull off the win.
32nd board is sideways, 125 main event from Anaheim. Who will pick up the Butterfinger Chris Pole Shot Award as they come through? Ryan Sipes backs it up 2 weeks in a row under the tutelage of David Bailey, and Sipes out of Kentucky. Going to the front of the pack, Ivan Tedesco is way in the back. And Ryan Sipes, the youngster, the fresh breath of air coming through, Cameron.
Last week, Nate Ramsey getting in a tussle with the tough block and going down. Look at this guy coming flying in.
Oh my! Short coming into view, a man who dominates practice. Andrew Short gets around Hepler. Now he's running side by side with Nathan Ramsey. Ramsey has the inside line. Here comes Short on board the Honda, shoots through there. Perfect line.
Unbelievable, holding the throttle. Comes up sideways onto that step off and just never listens. Oh, wow.
The racing is tight. And there you see Jay Marvin at 111, but you continue to have the leader, Ryan Sipes. Look at that pass. Unbelievable as Brock Hepler gets the pass through. Marvin now slides back, and now he's got company with Andrew Short coming on his right-hand side. Unbelievable on the 125 circuit as Ivan Tedesco continues to move up. Ryan Sipes has been passed now. It is Andrew Short who has gone to the lead. So it's Short and Sipes 1 and 2, and there's Tedesco coming into view. Ryan Sipes got the hole shot, able to hold off for 2 left, but now look at this. Ivan Tedesco gets the pass on the out-hand side. Meanwhile, Brock Hepler has had an accident down the side of the track. We'll get a report on him momentarily as we get Jamie Little over there, but Brock Hepler's down and down hard. It is a battle right now with Ivan Tedesco, who just got past Andrew Short.
Well, we talked about Ivan Tedesco and how hard he will push. He's one of those riders that is not afraid. None of these guys in Supercross are scared, but he will push that extra bit. And we see him dive into the insides of the corners, shaving every little part of the track he can while still being able to do the obstacles. That's exactly what he did as he moved up on Andrew Short. And you see right there, Andrew going outside. This is that exact section we talked about. Andrew had a little bit of a problem there. Ivan dives inside, shaves the corner, still gets the obstacle. Good night, he's gone by.
Your winner in the 125 main event, Ivan Tedesco picks up the victory. Andrew Short will grab second, and Nathan Ramsey comes through for third. So Tedesco back on the podium where he says he belongs.
Didn't get a good start just like last weekend, and I just rode around, and everybody's making mistakes, and I just rode around until I got into second and just worked on Short from there, and it seemed to work out for me.
Todd, they tell you to keep your friends close, your enemies even closer. Nathan Ramsey lined up to his immediate left right there. These two are neck and neck. Guys battled out last year. Look for the save.
Tedesco with a great jump. Danny Smith, number 31 on the inside of it. Can Smith hold it? Goes for it. Pushes him out, and look what that does. It gives Nathan Ramsey a good shot, but it's Billy Laninovich, 132.
This is exactly what Billy Laninovich needed. He's had outstanding rides in his heat races, struggled to put it together in a main event. What do you need to do? Let's start out front, and let's just make it happen.
And I'll remind you that Ivan Tedesco, fourth from last place right now. It is Billy Laninovich, but on 31, it's Danny Smith coming in. Smith takes the line and takes over the lead.
Honda has not had a main event win in the 125 class since last year at this event. Honda's now got guys in second and third.
What a start. We thought it would be Ivan Tedesco and Nathan Ramsey shooting it out. Not the case. 31 is Danny Smith. Number 132 is Billy Laninovich. He is the shifter car king. And Laninovich picks up the Butterfinger Crisp Pole Shot Award, and he's moved back into first.
He just blitzed those whoops. He's a tall, lanky guy. He charged him fast, flew by Danny Smith. Here's Andrew Short making the move now.
31 is Danny Smith currently in third. Then it's 76 Ryan Morris. And look at this. Ivan Tedesco now in fifth place. And talk about saving your title. He is not laying down on the job.
Yeah, I'm not even going that far of a limb. I'm going to say Ivan Tedesco by the end of this race, he's going to be on the podium right now.
Davey, look at this. Ivan Tedesco has moved up, and there's 31 just ahead of Tedesco. Tedesco's in fourth, trying to get past Danny Smith.
You see right there, Ivan Tedesco go double, triple, single, actually close with another couple bike lengths up on Danny Smith as they enter this next whoop section.
Ivan Tedesco just stalking him like a great white. Danny Smith currently sitting in third. This is the battle for the final podium position. But I concur with my friend Denny Stevenson. I think by the time this thing's all said and done, Ivan Tedesco will in fact be on the podium.
Yeah, Danny knew that he had Ryan Rice maybe handled, but now he's got the number one plate in his back pocket. And I don't think, just like that, there goes Ivan Tedesco. The number one plate takes it over.
Now as he comes through, he'll see him coming through. But this is exactly how you win championships. And look at this, a rider down. Looks like Danny Smith goes down, but he's up quickly. Billy Laninovich, the man with the last name that's hard to pronounce. Pronounce it no more. Call him whatever you want, but call him the winner of the 125 main event. Laninovich picks up the victory. The 30-second board is gone. We are set to go racing. 125 main event from Anaheim. We're dishing out 2 Butterfinger Crisp Pole Shot Awards, and it looks like it's gonna be Laninovich up there again with Danny Smith.
And this is going to be prove-it time for Ivan Tedesco. Look at that, tripling into that section. Watch him go to the inside. He's going to get past Laninovich already. These guys are great buddies, by the way, Laninovich and Ivan Tedesco. Look at Tedesco right to the front.
Danny Smith showing he's got the juice, unable to come out of the corners quick. So it's Ivan Tedesco who comes out, and he is now in first. Billy Laninovich has also moved up. They are going 1 and 2. They're great friends off the track, Cameron. How does that translate to 125 main racing?
Well, I asked Ivan about it. He said he's here to win. I don't think you're going to see any takeout moves from these guys, but what a great pack of riders right at the front. We got some real players.
Danny Smith picks up the Butterfinger Crisp Pole Shot Award. He got the right-hand side, got a great jump. Billy Laninovich was right there with him. Oh, Smith almost throws away a little whiskey throttle. Nate Ramsey's right there to jump on it.
And I talked to Danny Smith. He says, I'm consistent about the way I ride, which is good, but you got to be able to risk it and push it. And right there, you see him catching a lot of air. Nathan Ramsey staying lower. He's going to get right on by and make that pass.
Here's the battle for 4th place. Number 31 is Danny Smith. Ryan Abrigo getting in there just momentarily. It looks like Danny Smith let up the gas, and a mistake right there. And just like that, Cameron, he loses that position to number 86. Although they are tough to start once you dump them and take dirt samples, pretty strong bikes.
I'm saying, oh, and Abrigo got a yard sale.
And he takes down Metcalf and slows him momentarily. Abrigo, no idea where his bike is. White flag is out. It's the final lap for the 125 West main event from Anaheim, California. And Ivan Tedesco is already starting to put on a little bit of a show for the fans as he brings it around one more time. Your winner, Ivan Tedesco, picks up the victory. He has won 5 of the last 6 Anaheim 125 Supercross races. So Ivan Tedesco absolutely owning Anaheim and Angel Stadium.
Yeah, it feels good. You know, the first guy to win 2 wins of the season, and just trying to get on a roll like I did last year, and hopefully I can do that in San Diego. I like that track, and I guess we'll see.
Well, it's a good night in San Diego, California. Despite some early rain, the rain is gone. The track is in great shape, and the 30-second board is sideways. The 125 main from San Diego set to go. Billy Laninovich with a great jump, Cameron, once again.
And Justin Keeney just behind him, but check it out. It's Ivan Tedesco also in the mix with Nate Ramsey, a loaded up top 3.
B132 with a Charger Pride is Billy Laninovich out in front. Ivan Tedesco behind him and Nathan Ramsey. We've got 3 winners in 3 races right there, Cameron. Who's going to emerge? And Andrew Short is now slid into the fray, but it's Billy Laninovich who gets the Butterfinger Crisp Pole Shot Award. Going on board with Nathan Ramsey, keeping the lens clean. It looks like Ivan Tedesco's the one that's dropping the wheel right there as Billy Laninovich pulls away, and Ramsey pulling up close to Ivan Tedesco. And what a great race, because behind them is Andrew Short and Paul Carpenter getting into the top 5.
And that could be because Ivan was trying to get that different line. Let's see how it goes to the whoop.
There it is.
He jumps that second. Oh, and Ivan's coming off the bike.
Tedesco had a great run on Laninovich, unable to get the momentum, dropping that wheel, and he gets right next to Nathan Ramsey.
So Ramsey making the pass, but not able to make it stick. Last year's champion coming right back. But look at Ramsey going inside, maybe trying to line up for this inside move. Let's take a look.
Doesn't have the drive. Tedesco stays in second.
In one practice, they'll let them ride whatever they want. In the second practice, they'll block off lines. Look at this going into the whoop. And look at Ivan got right back into the line he liked.
Ivan Tedesco makes the pass on Billy Laninovich. He goes into first place. Laninovich in second, and here comes Nate Ramsey. Now let's see if Billy has something for Ivan Tedesco. They cannot, Cameron, let him check out. No question about it. Nate Ramsey talking to Jamie Little. Oh, look at that. Laninovich comes up short there. Ramsey now pulls up next to it, and Ramsey has the line, squares it off, and makes the pass on Billy Laninovich. Billy comes right back and goes wheeling, trying to get by him, and gets past Ramsey.
And there's only one line in that corner. You see how Ramsey went outside. Laninovich had the line, the one rut. So much faster than getting out of that.
Billy Laninovich, full commitment there, high risk, high reward, gets the pass back on Nate Ramsey. So now he's got to go to work again on Ivan Tedesco, your leader, number 1 on board the Kawasaki. Here comes Ramsey, makes a pass, and Ramsey gets past Laninovich in that section. Right through that section, he seems to have that figured out, and right through here, Ivan drops his wheel every time, and here comes Ramsey again on the inside.
Well, the thing is, Ivan's been working that as a rhythm section the last couple laps, where he was skimming him earlier, and Nate's still skimming.
Ivan Tedesco slides out just a little bit, and Ramsey this time has the drive, makes the pass. Nathan Ramsey coming around, and look at this, Ivan Tedesco has picked a very opportune time to get a run. Right there, Cameron. Tedesco drops a wheel, in effect, handing the victory over to Nathan Ramsey, as Ramsey will come around. Your winner, 125 Main, Nathan Ramsey.
You know, it's still not over till it's over, and I want to go out there and just win as many races as I can. And you know, he was riding really good in practice. I was putting a few things together, had a few things up my sleeve, and you know, just tried to be smart.
What a night, what a way to return to the Pacific Northwest, the 125 main event, the West Circuit. Can Ivan Tedesco get the title for the second year in a row?
And it looks like
Ramsey to the front of the pack.
And Tedesco gets shoved to the outside.
Several riders going down. Ivan Tedesco right now sits in fourth place, but it's Nathan Ramsey out in front, and he's got a KTM covering his back. That's 111 Jay Marmont. The KTM of Nate Ramsey, though, out in front by about 50 yards. Laninovich making a run on Marmont on the outside. Well, that gives you a good perspective of exactly what it's like to be running. And look at that. Billy Laninovich, B132, having his problems, unable to triple there, just has to roll that one. He lets Ivan Tedesco get by. So it's Nathan Ramsey in first, Jay Marmont in second, and Ivan Tedesco now in third place. As we slide back, that's 111, his teammate Jay Marmont, and here comes Ivan Tedesco.
Ivan able to triple there. He's got a run on Marmont, but look at this, Andrew Short coming in and banging with Ivan Tedesco. This is where Ivan's been having problems.
And he has him again. He has to put down the feet. Andrew Short's able to get past him. When Grant Langston needed to finish in the top four, and Steve Boniface came within 15 yards of knocking the title out of his hands.
Andrew Short coming up and giving it to Jay Marmont. Short now moves into second place.
Moments ago, Nathan Ramsey had his problems, and he is now bogged into a pack, but he has not dropped too many positions. He has slid back of Andrew Short, who went past Marmont, went past Tedesco, and then went past Ramsey. So we have got a bit of a shovel at the top of the board. It is Short, Marmont, Ramsey now in third, and Ivan Tedesco has slid back to fourth place. Nathan Ramsey has now moved up to second place. Ivan Tedesco sits in third, and Jay Marmont in fourth. Ivan Tedesco just needs to finish in the top six, and the 125 West title is his for 2005.
He doesn't look to the inside. He's going to try to position himself possibly in this next corner as he goes to the inside on the triple.
Ramsey comes up short and hard on that one.
Andrew stretching it out a little short there. Look at this. Here comes Ramsey to the inside, trying to fill the line as he did the last time around.
Nathan Ramsey is using every single inch of travel on his KTM. Look at this. Squares it off to the inside. Short maintains the lead. Look at the drive by Ramsey. Gets through there and takes the lead. Number one is Ivan Tedesco. He only needs to finish in the top six, and the 125 West title is his as the white flag comes out. The final lap of the 125 West main event. Andrew Short came back from probably the deepest in the pack and made a charge up to the field, surprising a lot of our leaders. But your winner in the 125 main event, Nathan Ramsey with the win on board the KTM. Andrew Short will come around. He will grab second, and Ivan Tedesco's putting out the skis, Cameron. He's going to will this thing across, and Mitch Payton has yet another title. Third place goes to Ivan Tedesco, and Mitch Payton and the Monster Energy Pro Circuit boys have clinched the 125 West.
I have to ask you, are we going to see you back on the 125 to defend this, or are you going to step up to the 250 next year?
No, I'm going to move up to 250 next year, and you know, I'm really excited about that. And you know, I'd like to thank everybody, you know, the last couple of years to get me my, you know, 2 titles. You know, Monster Pro Circuit, Kawasaki, Thor Parts Unlimited. You know, all my friends, family, everybody that's helped me. Thanks a lot.
A lot of bragging rights on the line. Andrew Short looking for his first 125 main event win of this year. He won the East-West Shootout, the Dave Coombs Senior East-West Shootout before. There's our quad split. Some of our top players. Who's going to get the whole shot in Houston?
Hepler all the way to the inside. You see him packing up together. Ivan not with the great start. It's going to be
Billy Laninovich. Yes.
Oh, Andrew Short makes the move on the inside.
We called it at the top of the show. You said Short is due. He gets the whole shot. Looks like Laninovich in second spot. A couple of Hondas, and I believe Marmont may be the rider in third. The 111 with another good start.
Yeah, moving back to fourth. Now it's Brock Hepler into third place. And wait a minute.
Onboard camera has Ivan Tedesco not facing the right direction of the track. Good thing he wrapped up the 125 championship early.
And Marmont getting back by, and look at that, Tedesco gets moving. Takes him a while to get it started. We'll see what kind of chase he can put down.
Brock Hepler jumping all 4 jumps like Jamie Little had mentioned earlier. He's the only rider doing that, and he's really making up time on second place right now, but Short is oblivious to that.
You see him right there on your screen. He made the pass on the rider known as B132, Billy Laninovich. So now the factory Makita Suzuki, number 60, Brock Hepler, who does have a win on the season, he moves into second place.
Paul Carpenter trying to work his way by. Is he going to be able to get by Abrigo? And he does. Abrigo drops back to another spot. So Carpenter up into 6th. Now Ramsey to the inside, Cameron, but slippery coming out of that turn.
Well, he gets by Abrigo.
But Ramsey stepping off and getting a better line, a better drive. Ramsey in the loose stuff. This is the first time we've seen the KTM, that meaning 2005 in the 125 class, the 4-stroke, and Ramsey takes over position. Ramsey up into 6th spot now, getting by Carpenter. There's Marmont. The 51 of Andrew, and swapping, almost going down. Good save right there. Actually, not that close to going down, but you know he had to pucker a little bit because that was a scary moment.
They're getting the white flag right now. 1 lap. If Hepler's going to do it, not only does he have to get right behind. Look at that. See a rider pointing him by. Good sportsmanship there. This is a battle, and Hepler is in position. Watch him. See if he finds a line. He wants to dive inside, possibly.
Watch out for lap traffic just in front of Andrew Short. Oh, Hepler goes to the inside. He's going to get a drive. It takes over the line. I cannot believe Short went wide. Now Short set up in this turn. They're playing tag, switching back and forth, Cameron, and it looks like Short has a better image. Here comes Hepler.
Look at Hepler and Andrew Short having a little bit of problem there. Hepler has the line in the corner. Andrew's going to grab the brakes, and then he's going to dive inside and block.
And he's going to lose a little rhythm right there. Now what's Hepler going to do? Rail the outside?
He protects it. He dives inside. They've got 2 corners left. This rhythm section, back down the start straight and a right turn.
You better not go wide, Brock Hepler, and here goes. Contact. Down goes Hepler. You saw it coming. He set himself up for it, Cameron. He went to shut it down, but he knew he went too wide on that whole shot straightaway. Andrew Short takes the win. Hepler trying to fire that 4-stroke, and it's got to be in neutral if he's going to get that thing going, and he does.
For third place, Laninovich gets by.
Well, this is the big one, the 125 East-West shootout as the 32nd board goes vertical on a picture-perfect night in Las Vegas, Nevada. They call it Sin City, and tonight we have got the 125's best getting set to throw the bones and throw down in Sam Boyd Stadium. But we are set to go. It's the 125 East-West shootout from Vegas.
Oh, and it looks like one of the green bikes getting a little squirrely there on your right side. We'll see as they come in. Looks like Brock Sellers leading for one side, but Jay Marmont with the Butterfinger Crisp Hole Shot Award.
So it's 111 Jay Marmont on board a KTM. He will lead them out, and we've got a blur, and we've got a big pileup. A big pileup, Cameron, with 5 bikes going down and going down hard. It is definitely one of the AMSOL Honda riders in there that's tied up in this one. Jay Marmont, though, is out in front, unaware of what's going on, but he'll see it now as he comes around. And Cameron, this is not the way we want to get this race off and running. As Millsaps gets a run on Marmont, is this serious enough for them to black flag and shut this thing down, Cameron?
I'm not sure. They're green flagging him over the start line as we see Davey Millsaps moving to the lead in front of Jay Marmont. He's been gaining strength, body weight. He says he's almost back up to 100%. Oh, look at this!
Go by Jay Marmont, Cameron. So as you were talking about Brock Sellers' situation and Brock Hepler unable to get the pass, Brock Sellers trying to fight him off, and they are going elbow to elbow, bar to bar, and it is Brock Hepler finally getting the pass. Brock Sellers trying to stay back. Jay Marmont back in the mix, and Grant Langston now moving up. So we've had some major turn of events tonight. A terrible crash for Joaquin
Look at the flat
Rodriguez, and they are flat tracking right now. Grant Langston has the most experience there, and he takes to the inside, gets past Brock Sellers.
And so what you're looking at right there is Brock Hepler down.
Well, let's see what happened. One more time, Brock Hepler really pushing it. Here he is on the yellow bike, out in front.
Grant Langston diving underneath and give him a, hey, what's up? That's the guy you picked to win the race, by the way.
You got to give them every consideration.
Well, the question, and Marmon, he almost goes down. He saves it, but he's going to move back to 5th place as Andrew Short moves up.
Terrible in Phoenix, terrible results. Came back for a 3rd in Anaheim, too, a 20th in San Francisco.
Look at that.
But then he wins in San Diego and Seattle.
Round the outside, I think Hepler's going to come right on by. The momentum, trying to see here, Brock Hepler diving to the inside. It seems like Brock's been able to point his bike a little bit more where he wants to go, able to pull up, get a little farther inside the corners. A lot of guys have been having some troubles on some of the loose, marbly dirt.
This is the battle for 3rd place, which is being held down right now by Josh Grant, and the white flag is out. Josh Grant has about a 30-yard lead over Andrew Short, who's coming fast. Brock Hepler fading just a little bit, and then it is Grant Langston and number 111, Jay Marmon, doing it up tonight in Las Vegas. But the class of the field, number 188, your winner, Davey Millsaps. Well, take Jamie a little down to the casinos because she must know what she's talking about. Maybe she can pick a lucky winner for you, Cameron. She called it Millsaps running the helmet cam, and he is the winner. Coming through to grab 3rd will be Josh Grant, and Grant Langston will round out in 2nd.
What about 125? You're sweeping the 125 shootout. What does that mean to you?
Oh man, it's awesome. 2nd year racing. I got 5th last year. Winning this year, I don't even know. I can't explain the feeling right now.